Welcome to McCamley Field, where tonight the Portage Central Mustangs have their home opener against the Bulldogs from Grandville. I'm Bill Hill up in the booth along with Vern Inglesby and Tom Monroe, and we're going to bring you this non-conference ball game between the Bulldogs and the Portage Central Mustangs. Both teams enter tonight's contest with a loss. They're kind of strange because both teams, both Grandville and Portage Central, usually are among the elite teams in the state of Michigan, and to have them play each other without a win is a little strange. A little more on the Grandville Bulldogs, coached by Irv Singler. We'll turn it right over here to Coach Inglesby.
Grandville features a fullback-oriented offense. If any of the old-timers remember Woody Hayes' offense at Ohio State, it was fullback left, fullback right. And they have a huge line, and they line up, and they come right at you, and they just run the fullback. And you'll see three different fullbacks in there, and they differ in size, too. Matt Palazzo Lolo is 160, he's number 36. Number 42, Dave Rocos, weighs 195, and then they have a big hammer, number 45, Josh Behrens, who is 235. So they'll have a fresh back in there constantly, and of course they just hammer away. Now last week against Hudsonville, Hudsonville played a real tight offense, so they played basically a 4, 5, and 6-man in front. Of course the Mustangs will spread it out, throw the ball around, so we expect to see something totally different tonight. And Coach Knight really doesn't know what to expect. And of course last week was a totally different Mustang team than we've seen in the past. We threw 35 times, completed 21, which is an outstanding high school percentage, outstanding professional percentage. But as a rule, the Mustangs throw the ball about 35 times in a year. And of course, the big combination for the Mustangs is quarterback Ryan Cubitt to wide receiver Rob Melsby. And of course, I thought the offensive line and also the backs did a tremendous job of pass blocking last week. Ryan was flushed out 2 or 3 times, but he basically stood back there and had time to throw. And that's a real tribute to the line. So Grandville did not score last week. They had some drives, but they didn't put it in the end zone. So really they're kind of an unknown factor here. So we'll see what develops.
And of course, speaking of our game, which we lost to Forest Hill Central in our opener 32-19, we had a lot of miscues that played a part in that decision too, didn't we, Coach?
Yes, we fumbled into the end zone and they recovered. Another time we had the ball on the 3-yard line and we had a penalty that I don't think is fair. One of our kids had a mouthpiece hanging down. To me, that's not a penalty. That's not in the best interest of the game. But anyway, that's what the rule says. We marched back to the 8, and then we didn't score. And of course, we had about a 70 to 75-yard touchdown called back. So we had a good opportunity to win the game. We just didn't make the plays at the proper time.
All right, and we also note, and maybe we'll talk a little bit later about the playoff situation and how it's different this year. Usually this is our first game of the year, and because of the playoff situation, this is our second game of the year, and our league will start next week, first league game. But as it is right now, the Bulldogs are going to receive the football at the north end of McCamley Field. Ian Lennon, number 88, is the kicker for Portage Central. We're about ready to kick off here. I think they're going to hold it for the clock. We got about 30 seconds left on the clock for us to run down. The thing that I got, Coach, when I first walked in here is the heat. I don't know if you can tell it on the screen, but you can sure see that sun coming across toward the cameras.
The official temperature, I've heard all the way from 85 to 90, and I believe it's hotter than that right now.
It is up here.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, here's Lennon's kick. Back deep to receive is number 38, Ryan Heath. Kick is going to squib out of bounds. Well, they don't have any numbers that I can see yet. We're going to leave it up to the person down there spotting in the next room down there to tell us on the scoreboard where the ball is.
Right now,
shadows get across, it'll help. But right now, I'd say we're what, 20.
Well, they'll bring it out to the 35. Yeah. And they have a choice of kicking it over, taking where it goes out of bounds, or taking the ball on the 35. And usually the best option there is at the 35. The official signal for that, of course, is delay of game.
All right, so here it is, 1st and 10, Crusaders. Number 8's a quarterback, Kyle Finch. And their line is big. We'll get to that a little bit later, too. Mustangs have 9 people up in the box there. They try to go off tackle, and there's nothing there. First one to get in on that tackle is number 72, Chris Jenny. Made the hit behind the line of scrimmage. In fact, they might even, no, it's right on the 35-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down.
Grandville is in a wing T formation with a wide split end left. And, of course, that time they dove the fullback forward and gave to the halfback going off the right side. So basically they're heavy on the right side.
All right, Finch over center. 2 backs, first man through, the fullback. And he gets up close to the 40-yard line. They'll probably mark it down around the 39. So it'll be 3rd down and 6.
That's the bread and butter play off the wing T. And, of course, it's the responsibility of those down men to stop the fullback. If we can stop the fullback, then we can have a pretty good shot at shutting down the offense.
Well, we've got 1 person out on the split end, and we have 1 deep back. Everybody else is up in the box, as they say, in the line or linebacker area.
And now they have 2 tight ends.
Back to throw. Looks downfield, wide open. And he's gone.
60 yards.
60 yards to number 82, Brandon Irwin. And Brandon Irwin is a 6'3" senior, 205 pounds. And that was just a good fake right there. Nobody stopped him up. He's a tight end on that side, and he just went up and out, and they hit him short about 7 yards downfield, and that was it. So the Grandville Bulldogs get on the board first with 10:39 to play here in this first quarter.
And Grandville's going to have to
timeout. Grandville. They don't have enough players on the field, it looks like.
Bill, with that kind of faking in the backfield, I noticed on the first play when they ran that to the right side, the quarterback came out all alone with a boot this side, and that time he just faked to both backs, and he had all day, and then
he was open.
He probably couldn't believe 82 was down there that far open, and but he gave him the ball.
Well, our 1 back had a person covered in the middle.
Right.
And
looks like he just outnumbered us over there.
Yeah, nobody dropped back to cover Irwin, or nobody chucked him at the line, or something went wrong there.
Well, Grandville threw the ball 18 times last week, which probably is a lot for them, too. Probably because they weren't scoring and had to put it up.
You got to realize that's their first points of the year. And they did it on the first series of downs.
Well, with the wing T, you almost have to honor each back, including the quarterback, because that time he didn't roll out, he dropped back, but he's always a threat to bootleg.
Martzke's kick, and it is good. So with 10:39 remaining here in the first quarter, the Bulldogs take the ball downfield and score. It makes it 7-0 Grandville. Let's get back to that heat a little bit.
Do we have to?
Oh, I'll tell you. Well, I'm sure it's hotter here in the booth than it is outside, but it's got to be a little warm outside. It's pretty hot for an opener here.
Yes, it is. Of course, that's the unique thing about football. You start when it's 95 degrees, and we might play our last game in the snow. So it covers about all seasons. Of course, this kind of weather is predominant in the south, Texas and places like that. it's just going to be a conditioning factor. Could be important tonight too.
You know if Grandville plays a lot of people both ways?
I don't know. I know they have 65 kids on their team.
That could definitely be a factor later on in the ball game here.
I know they have a lot of, I won't call them toad kids, but they're big kids, and a lot of times the heat's really tough on them.
Okay, we have Lennon, number 88, and is that 40?
Yeah, Chris
Winkle back on the 10-yard line to receive the kick from Martsky. Maybe they're waiting for the train. It'll come, guys. Hit, picked up by Winkle, and he's not going to get very far. Down to the 5-yard line. Well, they both started for it, and then they both said no.
One of those, you got it, you got it.
You almost like to see them collide with each other instead of letting it go.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so the Mustangs start on their own 6-yard line. Ryan Cubitt, the quarterback, junior quarterback, under center.
It was broken or just called sneak, but he came forward.
Looked like he was surprised to get the ball.
Yeah, could have been an early snap.
We've got number 60 as the center there, and there's no 60 here in our program. And Matt McIntosh, he's over center.
That is 67, yeah.
60, the left guard, is Jason Hodge, but his number is normally number 70, so. Ball dropped, ball thrown into the ground. Cuba dropped back a couple steps. Tried to hit Melsby coming across. And ball was thrown low. So now it's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The type of offense we have this year, field position is extremely important to begin with.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to pass out of your own end zone.
Quick pitch outside. We got somebody there. Get outside. Got a 1st down.
Chris Winkle, good job.
Now against that size that they have in the line, that's one of our better. I remember when we played Kalamazoo Central, back when they had Rietberg, who now plays in the pros, and they had a lot of people his size. We pitched and pitched and pitched, and
now that was part of Coach Knight's strategy, is to make those big kids run a little bit.
Those 1st and 10 Mustangs. And 1 tight end, 2 backs, and 2 split people. Cubitt back. Went right through the hands of number 88, Ian Lennon. Right on the button. Second down and 10.
Kind of quick pass will later on open up maybe a little slant and go or on the other side.
Yep.
So we're setting something up here.
Yeah. Grandville's in a 5-man front. Center's covered. Here we go on left. It's Jamison Putnick.
And a gain perhaps of 2 yards there. Catch that number. That's
Jamison Putnick.
Putnick?
Yeah.
Number 32, junior. So it's 3rd down, and let's call it 9. Ball resting on the 30-yard line.
There's a fade.
Can he get to it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice over the shoulder.
What a
To
beautiful
his favorite
pass
target.
right
Beautiful pass
Right
to
to
Rob Melsby. Got behind number 5, Brian Jollins. And I think Jollins is going to have a tough time keeping Melsby under control if they just try to do it with one person.
Yes.
Melsby's got a lot more speed than he does. Plus, he's got the good hands. We've known that all of last year and this year.
Okay, we got an equipment timeout here. Rob Melsby's shoulder pads came out of his shirt. He did the right thing. He went up to the official and asked for help. And, of course, that's an official timeout. And that's the intelligent thing to do. Okay, we got tight end left now.
1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. Cubitt keeps. Tries to get outside. He does. He gets the corner. He gets the first down all the way down to the 25-yard line. Ryan Cubitt, the junior, stands 6'2", weighs 182 pounds. Strong and fast. He had close to 80 yards last week, didn't he, Tom?
Yes, he did, and we're on runs like that where he pulled it out, and he does a good job getting better and better, when to give and when not to give, and cuts the corner well.
He's also a threat when he drops back to pass. He can scramble very well, too.
1st and 10 on the 25-yard line for the Mustangs. Overthrew him. That time he just ran a little hook in. And they're still covering him with one person out there, too.
Yeah. Ryan forgot that Rob's only 5'9" there.
Okay, we've taken the ball from the 6-yard line down to the opponent's 25, where it's 2nd down and 10. Going to keep it. Cut back up inside. Get down to the 20. Safety came up there, number 28, and made the initial hit. That's Darrell Bird. Well, it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, I don't think we have a field goal kicker that can kick from there. So you're right, it's 4 down. Okay, we've been successful on 3rd down plays.
Cubitt snaps. First person through. Second person.
No. Okay, Ian Lennon out there.
Number 40. That number 40 on defense.
Chris Winkle, yeah.
He came off. That's Jeremy DeJager. No, Brandon Buford. He came off of Ian Lennon's block real quickly and came up and got the ball carrier.
If Ian could have stayed with the block, we'd have had a play there.
It had a long one.
Yeah. Okay, we got it double.
4th down and 5.
Double wideouts.
Double to this side. Going in the end zone into double coverage. And we have interference. On who?
I'm not sure on who, yeah.
Both flags came out, so 2 of them saw it.
I think what happened, our receiver stopped and the defender ran him over.
That could be. That happened last week up at Forest Hills. They didn't call it that way. So it'll be interesting to see how the call goes here. They're talking it over. Anytime they're jostling in the end zone, of course, each offense and defensive player has an equal right to the ball. So when the ball's in the air, there's no offense or defense. So it can go either way. And we'll see how this comes about.
Yeah, I wonder what they're talking about.
Well, since 2 flags were thrown, they might have seen it differently.
But our receiver definitely had it stopped, and there was contact by them.
Here's the referee on your screen with the call.
Are they eating it?
Well, yeah. They're calling it both ways, yeah. Okay, well, we get to play over then. Okay, got another chance.
So the plays nullify each other. Ball stays where it is. Down goes over.
That's not bad. I mean, if both of them say, hey, I saw it that way.
That's right.
That's the right call.
Yeah.
As long as we score.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to score. We just need 5 yards.
Yeah. He's got double coverage.
Well, we have back to the single splits. That time he was hit by number 30, I believe.
Yeah.
Knocked off his route.
Yeah, he held him, yeah. Holding, they're going to call, okay. No interference, okay, that's an automatic first down. So that should put us on the 10-yard line.
Sean May got he thought he was going to make the play in front of him, and he went through his shoulder instead of getting in front of him, and it's a penalty on Grandville, which is going to give Portage Central a first down.
Well,
And their coach is coming out on the field to
question the call.
question the call.
Yes. So far, my observation of Grandville is they are not real quick. And they may have to hold and push and do a lot of things tonight to stay with our receivers.
We have 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. In case you just tuned in, Grandville scored on their first possession, and the extra point was good. They lead 7-0. You're now watching Portage Central's first possession. They started on their own 6-yard line, and now with the penalty, it's going to be down on their
10-yard line.
10-yard line.
With the way they're playing defense on Melsby, they're putting a man in the zone in the middle and a man-to-man on the outside. He was going to be covered in the inside, and there was really no call for that hold.
That's right, yeah. That's right.
But we'll take it.
Also, if 28 is going to go out double cover, that leaves your tight end open down the seam there.
Okay, first and goal on the 9. Cube it back.
You got it.
Touchdown.
Oh, is that a fine move? Rob Melsby went inside, then came back out. The ball was already in the air. These two kids have worked a lot together, I tell you.
Cube it to Melsby. 9 yards. Touchdown, Mustangs. Yeah, they're gonna have to do something with Melsby out there.
Okay, Ryan Cubit's going to try the PAT. Ian Lennon's holding. Looks pretty good. Right down
Cubit.
the tube. Right down the tube. All right. Well, that was a very impressive drive by the Mustangs. It's kind of featured big plays. Several times we had 3rd and long, and we came through all the way down.
And considering with all the stoppages we had in play for penalties and incomplete and everything else, that was 3.5 minutes of game time we used with a passing attack to get into the end zone.
Now, how many yards on the ground? How many in the air on that drive?
We had 46 on the ground and 27 in the air. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 37 in the air.
Now, okay. That's a pretty good mix.
Yeah, and a couple on the penalty.
They always help.
Well, you won't see too many wounded ducks from Cubit. He's putting that ball right on a line, and as you said, Vern, he's throwing it even before Melsby cuts, and Melsby expects it. Double coverage and everything, and they're still going to him.
And the Portage Central pep band down there you just saw. Lennon to kick. Ball's going to be fielded on the 10-yard line, 9-yard line. Up the middle. Back up to the 40. Before
Jameson Putnick made the first hit, and Lennon sealed it. So they're out the 40-yard line.
Why isn't 38 in our program? Oh, is that 32?
32, yeah.
Okay. And he just held on. He stepped in front and held on. Okay, the Mustangs going to try and hold him here.
Now they're in their power offense. Left this time. Fullback
first man through.
Oh. He's gone.
Another 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Holy smoke, they don't hold on to the ball very long, do they? How far was that, Tom?
60.
4 plays, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty efficient.
68 yard. And the runner was?
Dave Rocos, number 42. He might have scored playing touch football.
Well, number 44, who's that for us? Dan Schofield?
Yes.
He just went down, he slipped as he was coming through and never got a hand on him. Flag.
We scored at 7:07. They scored at 6:52. Not much time.
No. Might be one of those games who has the ball last.
Unfortunately, that's the way most of the game was played last week. And
that's right.
Because, as you mentioned before, a couple of miscues on us, we didn't score a couple of times when we had it, and that's what really
That's
beat
different.
us.
That's right.
After a 5-yard penalty, Maskey tries it from there.
No good.
No good, off to the
That's a
side.
big 5 yards there. That might have been through if he'd been up 5 closer.
So the score right now is 13-7 in favor of the Grandville Bulldogs. .652 here remaining in the first quarter.
Well, when somebody goes through practically untouched on a 60-yard touchdown run, it's pretty obviously somebody missed an assignment. We're playing a 4-3. We have 7 men up there, and they all have an area to cover. And usually what happens is somebody slants the wrong way or something. I couldn't see exactly what went wrong out there, but that should never happen. Or else they just totally dominated us at the point of attack.
Well, and it's always also been our philosophy, if somebody breaks through the line of scrimmage, you have a back come up and hold on, get a hold until the herd gets there.
Yeah, our favorite saying is grab cloth. Of course,
And we didn't do that either.
As Justin Walker used to always say when he played football here, Coach Knight says to me, "We don't have a play where you do nothing, Walker." So everybody has their job. Okay.
Catch it.
Oh, he's got to get. Boy, I thought Deal should have gone after that one.
That's what I said.
No, it bounced about 2 feet away from him. Okay, 1st and 10 Mustangs on the 25-yard line. I think Coach Knight down there felt the same way.
All right, a little better field position this time to start our drive.
Yeah, that should be easy.
Keeps it, pitches.
Okay, they've got a new cornerback out here, number 9.
Yep.
Jeremy Vanderveen, and he's a little quicker than number 5.
Yeah. He's a junior.
Yeah, he played that one very well.
Either that or they flip-flopped him because number 5 is still in there.
Yeah, okay. He's on Rob Melsby's side.
Into the ball game goes number 30, Brad Dimmick.
Now they're
Right after this-
4-man front. Center's uncovered.
Cupid back to throw, looking for the slant pattern.
He caught it. He caught it. Yes.
That's a catch.
Super.
Oh, he called it no good.
Yeah, the referee about 25 yards away called it no good.
Oh, yeah, I got it. That may scare some people.
I didn't see anybody make a call on that.
Well, the ref was standing way over
Oh,
here
okay.
and called it.
All right.
Yeah.
Intended for Lennon on a slant. Looked a little like he slowed up on that, Coach.
Yes, yes.
So Ian is playing, is it his first year?
No, he's played all years. Yeah, this is his first time he started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you're right. You mentioned maybe looking at the tight end a little bit later because they're covering up the wide receivers pretty well.
Yeah, on offense, we started 8 seniors, 3 juniors, but a lot of those seniors have not had a lot of actual playing time. So,
Kubitz,
and Grandville's going to have to call a timeout.
another
again.
timeout.
They only had about
To
8
get
men
people
out
on
there,
the floor.
Yeah. Sometimes,
Okay.
sometimes you have 65 people there. It's kind of tough to organize your special teams.
Well, there's 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Grandville holds a 13-7 lead. The second time the Mustangs had the football, they were held, And now they are about to punt from their own 23-yard line.
And just to make a note, but we threw 2 passes away from Ellsby, and we ran once, and we didn't get any yards. Think he's a key?
Better go back to him. Right. Of course, you can't throw to him every play. You know, that's...
Why not?
Well, he also plays defense, and he can only run so many miles in a game.
Got an M on his shirt, not an S.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Doesn't have a cape. I know.
Back to receive, Sean Daly, number 21, and Matt Palazzulo, number 36.
Good snap.
Cuban, beautiful punt.
Beautiful kick. Fair catch.
He's going to drop. Oh.
Okay.
Caught on the 40-yard line.
Great snap there by Brooks Monroe. He plays tackle on offense, but he's a long snapper. And boy, I tell you, he put it right there on the numbers. And of course, that's very important. Last night, I was watching Michigan State play, and the first 2 times they punted, their snapper, one was off to the right and set up their Oregon's touchdown, and the second one dribbled back to him. So it's very important.
Okay, 1st and 10, Crusaders.
Okay, they're
2 tight ends.
2 tight ends. And fullbacks going up the middle.
Keep.
No.
Open. 82.
Down to the 29-yard line. That's who he likes to go to, Brandon Irwin.
30 yards.
1st and 10, Bulldogs.
Okay, Central's now gone to a 5-man front.
3rd timeout. Wait a minute. Who's called timeout? Why didn't you get one? Don't they get a 3?
Finch turned around.
Okay, new defense for Coach Knight. He was running.
No gain on that. In fact, there was probably a loss on that play.
Yes, he lost about a half a yard.
So it'll be 2nd down, and let's call it 11. Ball resting on the 30-yard line of the Mustangs. He's got, looks like he's going back to the old regular defense there with 2 people deep. He's got 4 down and 4 back.
Yeah.
First person through is the fullback. And he's brought down by Cliff Price. But there was a gain of 6 yards on the play.
It's a big load. He weighs 195. Big kid. And of course, their line is big. They're toe-to-toe, and they just come off the ball. That's what you always worry about when you play a team with a massive line. Their left tackle weighs 330 pounds.
And they don't go that way, though. That's a tackle on this side. Here he comes.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a 1st down. First and 10 on the 16-yard line. Rokos is the tailback. That's him up the middle. He gets stiffened up. Let's see who comes off the bottom there. 56. That's Justin Greiger. Made the initial hit. But so far, what it seems like, Coach, is the initial hit is 3 yards short of where they put the ball down eventually.
And yeah, and the thing of it is, when the back is going down, he's toward the goal line. We're not throwing him back. We're not stopping his progress.
Okay, it's 2nd down now. Let's call it 6. Comes back to throw. It's caught down on the 5-yard line for a 1st down.
I believe it is, yeah.
Yes, it is. Be 1st and goal on the 4, closer to the 5. And what are they, 3 for 3 on passing, Tom?
8 yards, 3 for 3.
And number 82 is their favorite target.
He's caught all 3 of them.
Right.
Yep, he's a big kid, 6'3", 205, a senior. It's Brandon Irwin.
Right.
First one through.
Boy, just short.
So it's going to be first and goal on the 2. Looks like they're going in the old-fashioned way on this one with a long drive.
Yeah.
Another whistle. Portage Central, a little equipment problem there. The referee's going to fix. Okay, second down and goal. 2-yard line. First one through. And he's hit. Cliff Price gets the initial stop, but he goes over Price and into the end zone. Where'd they start that drive, Tom?
On the 41.
Okay.
It looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
Yep.
2 tight ends, wing right.
2 tight ends and a small split out to the right. Drops back to throw.
You gotta run it.
Try and run it in, and he makes it. And that makes the score 21-7 in favor of Grandville with 2:11 left here in the first quarter.
Well, what the Mustangs need now is a nice long drive for a touchdown. We've given Grandville 3 possessions and they've scored 3 times. And so we have to keep the ball away from them. It's quite obvious.
Well, maybe when the sun goes down, it'll be a good omen for us.
It's a good omen.
We don't have far to go.
Yeah, it's just above the trees now. Where did I put my sweatshirt?
Yeah. Just doesn't look like we're swarming to the ball or getting to the ball. You know, not making that good initial pop. And then what we've always seen in the past is we've had 4 or 5 kids right there on top of it. And it just doesn't seem like we're seeing that.
Ryan Deal. All right, that's a good job.
That's a better job. Up to the 41-yard line. That's Ryan Deal.
The first few kickoffs, it looked like nobody wanted it, like the ball was hot or something.
First and 10 Mustangs. Back up toward midfield. Still have 2 minutes here to go in the first quarter. 21-7 Grandville.
Got him beat.
No, in and out of his arms. Number 9 stayed with him real well. That was Jeremy Vanderveen.
Boy, what a super pass that was. Dropped right in there.
Coach Knight tried to go for it all in one chunk here, first time back, and that's been their big play this year. It's going to be second and 10.
We're about due to hit a slant over the middle. That's we've run the fade several times. Or maybe a screen pass or something up the middle.
Nope, he was hit just as he was being released. It's going to be third down now. He had the man open. He planted his foot, threw hard, Just as he was coming back with his arm coming through, defensive end grabbed him. Grabbed his sleeve. Cube it back. Inside. It's going to be Grandville ball.
Yeah, that was there. Yeah, he had the first down. We fumbled it backwards. No. Oh, no, you're right. He did. No.
Grandville ball now on the 45-yard line of the Mustangs, 1st and 10.
Come on, defense, get the ball!
Up to Finch gets a 5-yard gain out of that, down to the 40-yard line. Just kept the ball and turned it inside. I didn't see the tackle on that. Did you see that? Who got that?
I didn't see. Okay, they have a new fullback in there, so
pretty much stayed with the flanker and the two backs, two tight backs.
Illegal line formation. Their right end, right tackle are way too deep in the backfield. There we go. There we go.
That stopped him that time.
That's good.
Held him up long enough for
Chris Jenny finish off the pile. Yeah, I didn't see who was underneath.
And I think it was Greiger who's the one that held up the pile.
No, the rule says that down offensive lineman, their helmet has to be at least even with the center's belt. And their right-handed tackle will be over on this side this time. Are not even close to that. They're way back, which is illegal.
It's going to be 3rd down now.
They're up a little better now.
Oh, man.
He's short.
Yeah, but with this score, you know they're going to be in 4-down territory here. Boy, we just kind of stop them at the line of scrimmage and they just run right through us. 4th down and 1.5 yards.
And Rokos is back in there, so the question is he going to run right or going to run left?
That's the end of the first quarter. They're going to go down the other end and do whatever they're going to do. At the end of the first quarter, it's Grandville Bulldogs 21, Portage Central Mustangs 7. Well, when that sun goes down, it's a little bit better.
At least you can see. It's not a whole lot cooler, but it helps.
Okay, they come out of the huddle, 4th down and 1.5 yards. Mustangs want to hold them here and get the ball back.
With ease.
Yep. 42 is Rokos. He's done most of the ball carrying for them tonight. And it's a 1st down. You're going to put the ball on close to the 30-yard line.
Quarterback has it.
Quarterback keeps it. Throwing long, wide open. Number 40 is in. There wasn't anybody within 15 yards of him in that, was there?
Well, it's one of those situations where somebody had a hold or a good shot at the quarterback, and sometimes the defensive backs assume that the tackle will be made, and they just kind of let up. That was the wingback, down and out.
And who caught that ball again?
Number 40. Brandon Beauford.
Yep. Extra point try is up.
Looks pretty good, yeah.
And it's good. Andrew Marski adds on the 28th point. So starting off the second quarter here. 2 plays after the second quarter starts. Grandville throws a, how long was that, Tom?
30 yards.
Throws a 30-yard pass. And they go up 28-7.
We got to regroup and get real good here in just a short time period. They're fooling us on in that backfield faking. We're getting holding for a couple seconds too long, and
yeah,
maybe missing the key here and there, and because there's been some wide open receivers.
Yes, and usually what that happens with this faking in the backfield is our defensive secondary is looking in the backfield instead of reading their keys, and you just can't do that when you play against a wing T team. Each lineman should have their assignment, who they cover, and the backs have to key their people also.
Marski ready to kick off.
Going to Brian Deal again.
Brian Deal again, cut up into that hole.
We lucked out. I think we got it. No, they're saying it, but the referee isn't saying it.
Oh, we gained a little bit on the fumble.
Yeah. Scott Taylor had a shot at it, but Jason Hodge came up with it.
Well, it's 1st and 10 Mustangs. Cubitt and the boys have the ball at the 48-yard line. Cubitt keeps, tries to turn the corner. Can't do it. Gain maybe of a yard. I think they're going to spot it right about the same place.
Will Broxman's now in and split in. He's a 6'5" junior. He's a big target. Let's see if Ryan tries to throw to him.
Talking about number 84 out here?
Yes.
Out at the bottom of your screen. And Winkle's close to a first down. They might have to measure this one.
Okay, that's the veer play. And, of course, the quarterback has to read the end and either give it or keep it. And the first time they ran it that series, when Ryan kept it, the give was there. So I'm sure Coach Knight called the same play and said give it, and it was there again. That's what we have to do. We have to sustain a drive here. Come this way with it. Okay, that was... Okay, we lucked out. We got it.
A loss of about 7 on the play, but we did retain possession of the football.
Good job, Chris Winkle, going back and getting it.
Yeah. And he didn't get there any too soon either, bud.
Oh, boy. You got that right. Now we have number 30 out there on Rob Melsby. They're rotating, keeping fresh people on him.
45 just came in there. Just bull his way in there. That's Josh Behrens. He's 235 pounds. And that brings the ball back to the 44-yard line of the Mustangs. It's going to be third down and about 100. About 22 yards.
There we are. That's what we need right there. He'll draw play. Good call.
Okay.
Super call.
Inside the 40-yard line.
That'll slow down that pass rush a little bit.
Winkle just came off tackle with that draw. Gain of about, what, 18, Coach?
Yep. Okay, now we need the first down.
Fourth down and 7. Back to pass.
Backside again.
Couldn't get it off.
Yeah, backside got him.
So that was a loss of about 5 yards on the play.
And right now,
And the Bulldogs take over.
Grandville's controlling the line of scrimmage, and of course that's where the winner lose the game right there.
8:21 here in the first half. Grandville leads 28-7.
Okay, we need a takeaway here.
Second man through. No, pulls it back.
That was our chance right there.
There was it. That was the chance right there. Just went in and out of the hands of Lennon.
Okay, we had good coverage that time. They had two receivers. They fled an area. Actually, it was a very poor pass pattern because one person could have covered both of them.
It's going to be second down and 10 on the 45-yard line.
First incompleted pass out of 5.
It is.
Okay, now they're in a slot on the left side. Could be a counter.
Second man through.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
That was Rakos again, wasn't it?
No, that was number 36. Who was that?
Oh, Palazzolo. Matt Palazzolo.
Now they'll use three different fullbacks to run the ball there. He's the best bet. He weighs 160.
Third down and 10. First man through.
Fumble. Oh, he got it back.
Well, he lost a yard on the play.
Okay, that was a good defensive stand there.
Forced the Bulldogs to punt, we think. Although I don't see the punting team coming out as yet. Yep, here they come.
Boy, it'd be nice to have 65 kids on your team. You can have a punt team and a receive team. And
well, this is their first punt of the night, right, Tom?
Yes.
7 minutes to go here in the first half.
Catch the ball.
Get to the outside. He's got some room.
Beautiful block. Good return. Good ball.
Yes.
Well, I didn't see who threw it.
I didn't know if he'd get out there on it, but he did.
That's what you call a rug block. When your feet come up higher than your helmet, that's a rug block. No.
First and 10 Mustangs on the 41-yard line. Got plenty of time. 6:44 here in the first half. Catch it? Did he catch it?
No.
Dropped it?
Yeah.
Nice pass to Brexma. Couldn't hold on. back to throw, draw play. Didn't get fooled this time. Loss of about 4.
This is tough when you're in a 3rd and 13 situation. Even the cheerleaders know you have to pass here.
Got to go to Melsby here. Cubitt takes a deep drop. Got to outrun somebody. Not going to do it. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. That was to Melsby.
That's the old Notre Dame play they had when Rocket Ishmael was there. We call that the Rocket Special, where he comes across behind the line of scrimmage. And, of course, when he catches it behind the line of scrimmage, that allows the offensive lineman to go downfield and block before the throw is made. And he scored a couple touchdowns last week on that play. But Grandville had it very well scouted.
Back to punt is Cubitt. Back to receive is Vanderveen, number 9. Nice high punt.
Look at the ball. Look at the ball.
Gonna let it go.
Look at the ball.
Let it go.
Yeah. Okay.
Knocked out of bounds on the 18-yard line. So with 5:04 here in the second half, the Bulldogs from Grandville get another chance. Their own 18-yard line.
Okay, we need another stop. Last time they had the ball, we stopped them for actually no gain in 3 downs.
Let's try to get some names out here. For Portage Central, we got 77 Taylor, 67 is Matt McIntosh. You got them all? 33 trying to cut outside, cut back in, can't make it. That's a nice play there by Justin Greiger. We got Jenny 72, McIntosh 67, Taylor 77, and the 86 Babcock out there?
Yes.
No, 85 now.
86.
86 is Babcock, but I don't see. Yes, on the far side. Then we got Grieger 56, Price 85, and 34 Hoopengarner at the linebackers inside there. Slipped down, trying to cut back up. I think the whistle had blown before that ball came loose. So they have not gained anything on this one. Defensive backs, we've got 22 Melsby, 40 Winkle, 44 Schofield, and 88 Lennon. Pitch back.
Pull back.
Nope. First man through.
Had him hit on the line of scrimmage.
Got a first down.
Yes.
Yep, had him hit on the line of scrimmage and just managed to keep right on pumping and make the first down. Well, 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Quarterback pass.
Counter back.
Good play, Chris.
Throw to Irwin, and Winkle comes up and stops him.
But Chris Winkle is a gutty kid. That kitty tackle outweighed him by about 100 pounds.
Yeah, he
stuck his nose
Winkle's
in there.
5'9", the kid's 6'3".
Yeah.
He hit him just where he should have hit him.
That's right,
there.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right there at the knees. 2nd down and 7. First one through.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cliff Price.
Now, that's the first one of those we've seen. Price stood him up and drove him back. So it's going to be third down. No gain there. He got the line of scrimmage, but he ended up on his back 5 yards downfield. So it's going to be third down and 7 now. Everybody up. Everybody's up. Roll out left. Going to keep it. Going downfield. Going to be fourth down. The ball was over him before he made any contact.
Still couldn't go for it. His arms were pinned.
Okay, we got 154. We need a big play here. We need something to happen.
All right, we're stopping that time.
They're going to punt the ball off, looks like.
Block that tip, defense! Block, deep!
12 guys on the field? Take it down. Important he gets the ball.
Smart play.
Okay, you got all kinds of, you got 15 guys downfield. That's kind of illegal play.
Well, I was wondering if they might have called a late hit there. I hope he wasn't dead. That'd be too easy.
No, they'd have thrown it at the point, yeah.
No, well, right there we had a big hit.
Oh, I see.
During the playoff.
Oh, we'll take the ball anyway, won't we?
Yeah, well, it just matter of where. Yeah, that's loss of down.
If that's lost it down, we get a penalty, ain't it?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm sure no offensive interference is lost down. I'm not sure about illegal man downfield. What he did is he saved his team about 30 yards there.
Yeah.
It was a pretty headsy play.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 Mustangs. They're down inside the 40 on the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs. And there's a minute 46 here to go in the first half.
Well, that was a break we needed. Now let's capitalize.
Nope, tripped up. Nice play out there by Vanderveen. Come up and get Winkle and get him by the ankles before he had a chance to get started. So if there's a yard gained on that play, it's a short yard. They're going to call a 2nd and 10 on the scoreboard. We'll do the same. 35-yard line. Ryan Kubert, the junior, at the quarterback. First man through. Is Demick. Say that, Demick or Demick?
Brad Demick, yeah.
Demick.
Mm-hmm.
Brad is a junior, 5'10", 150 pounds, 155 pounds. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Timeout Mustangs.
Of course, I think everybody knows that Rob Melsby's brother plays for UCLA. And Brad's mother works in the office. I happened to stop in there this morning, and she had a big smile on her face. She said, "Come on over, I want to show you something." And she just got tickets for all of UCLA's games. I think they have 6 home games. And each game on the ticket, they feature a different player for UCLA. And one of the tickets features her son, Brad, which is Rob's brother.
Is that right?
That's quite an honor. Of course, their big receiver out there is Brad Farmer. He was on one of the other ones.
No, he moved in last year. He came in the summer before last year for his junior year, right?
Yeah, he played last year as a junior. And he's a great talent.
All right, 3rd down and 5.
Nobody there but you.
Couldn't do any better than that. Right on the numbers of Ian Lennon. That makes a 4th down. We're at 1 minute here in the first half. Mustangs trail by 3 touchdowns. Give it back again. Running, gonna get rid of it. He turns, throws it up for grabs. Nobody could get it. That's the only thing he could do.
That was a great effort just to get rid of the ball.
Yep.
I thought for a minute the Grandville kid was going to try to intercept it.
He did.
Yeah.
So Grandville takes over on downs.
That was a big series.
Yeah.
Great field position, and we just didn't capitalize on that. We dropped the pass. It should have been caught. That could have kept it going, but I don't think they'll do anything reasonably risky, will you?
Well, they scored on a pullback up the middle.
Yeah, we want to hold them here. 50 seconds to go. We don't want them to pop another one. First person through.
Yeah.
Well, they're strong runners.
Oh, yeah.
It takes more than one. And he made an 8-yard gain out of that.
This will probably be the last play of the half, unless it's an incomplete pass.
2nd down and 2. Ball resting on the 38-yard line. And in motion. Quarterback keeps.
It. Good job, Ben Babcock.
Yep.
Stayed home and made the tackle.
And the clock has stopped until they move the chains at 10 seconds. Now it runs again, and they probably will not get this off, but the Mustangs better get ready just in case they get. Yeah, they're going to get it off. 2-1. They got it off. And a gain of 3 yards before they bring him down. Brought down there. Quarterback sneak by Hubengarner. So as both teams go into their respective dressing rooms, the Bulldogs from Grandville struck early, struck big with long gainers, and at the halftime they hold a 28-7 lead over our Portage Central Mustangs. We're going to come back to you at the end of the halftime festivities, and Coach Monroe over here will give us some stats on the first half. But until then, we're going to turn it back over to the Portage Central Mustang Marching Band.